The news, when it came, was a sobering splash of cold water on the feverish speculation that had gripped the public sphere for weeks. The Princess of Wales, Catherine, would be temporarily stepping back from public life to focus on her health. The announcement was a masterpiece of dignified privacy, requesting time, space, and privacy as she navigated a planned course of preventive chemotherapy. In its wake, a profound silence fell, one filled not with rumor, but with a global wave of empathy. And at the center of this storm, standing as the foundational pillar for his family and the future of the monarchy, was Prince William. This is not merely a heartbreaking update, but a multifaceted human and institutional story. It is a tale of a husband's devotion, a father's resolve, a future king's duty, and a modern family grappling with an age-old adversary under an unblinking public gaze. To understand the depth of this moment is to look beyond the headline and into the confluence of personal resilience and public responsibility that now defines the Prince and Princess of Wales.
Prince William's strength in this period is not a monolithic act, but a series of deliberate, overlapping roles he must balance every day. The husband. This is the most private and paramount role. His support is the bedrock of Catherine's recovery. It is in the unseen moments, managing the household to ensure calm, being a listening ear, shielding her from administrative burdens, and providing the emotional safety net that allows her to focus entirely on healing. It is likely he has become the chief conduit of information, filtering well wishes and updates to avoid overwhelming her. This role requires a strength that is soft, patient, and relentlessly present, the antithesis of the public ceremonial strength associated with royalty. The father. With Catherine recuperating, William's responsibilities as a father have exponentially increased. George, Charlotte, and Louis are at ages where they are perceptive and emotionally aware. William's task is to provide stability, routine, and reassurance. This means being present for school commitments, homework, and the mundane yet crucial rituals of family life. He must explain a complex, frightening situation in age-appropriate ways, all while managing his own worry. In doing this, he is breaking cycles. He is providing the consistent, engaged paternal presence that was often disrupted in his own childhood by circumstance and duty. The future king. Duty does not pause for personal tragedy. It adapts. William.
To comprehend William's strength now, one must first understand the partnership at its core. His relationship with Catherine Middleton has always been a deliberate departure from the tumultuous royal narratives of previous generations. They met not at a state function, but at university. Their courtship was long, tested by distance and intense scrutiny, allowing a bond to form that was based on genuine friendship and shared ordinary experiences, a luxury seldom afforded to royal heirs. When they married in 2011, they brought with them a promise of continuity and change. Catherine, with her quiet confidence and relatable warmth, gradually evolved into an indispensable asset to the crown, championing early childhood development with academic rigor. Together, they presented a united front, visibly hands-on parents to George, Charlotte, and Louis, often photographed in moments of unguarded normality, school runs, sports days, and playful interactions. This carefully cultivated normality is their shield and their strategy. It has built a reservoir of public goodwill that is now being drawn upon in a time of crisis. William's own childhood, marred by the very public unraveling of his parents' marriage and the tragic loss of his mother, Princess Diana, is the ghost in this particular room. It is the unspoken reference point for every decision he now makes. He witnessed firsthand the catastrophic effects of media intrusion, a lack of private sanctuary, and the emotional toll of duty uncompensated by a stable home life. His vow, then and now, has been to protect his family in a way he felt his mother was not protected. Catherine's illness is the ultimate test of that vow.
The modern media landscape is a beast of endless hunger, fueled by social media speculation and a 24/7 news cycle. The absence of the Princess of Wales from public view following her abdominal surgery in January became a vacuum, and nature, especially digital nature, abhors a vacuum. Conspiracy theories proliferated with absurd and cruel recklessness. The Kensington Palace video message in March was a strategic and personal masterstroke. By choosing to speak directly to the camera, Catherine accomplished several things simultaneously. She reclaimed the narrative with unimpeachable authority. Her calm, collected demeanor,
coupled with the raw honesty of her medical reality, instantly dismantled the edifice of gossip. She framed her challenge not as a royal drama, but as a human one, a wife and mother needing to get strong for her family. In doing so, she transformed global curiosity into global support. And beside her, though not in the frame, was William. The decision for her to speak alone was likely a deliberate one, emphasizing her personal agency over her health story. But the structure of the announcement, the setting, the tone, the specific request for privacy, bore the hallmarks of a couple in lockstep. Reports from within the palace suggested William was intimately involved in the crafting of the statement, his primary concern being to protect his wife from any additional stress. This was not a crisis communications team operating in isolation. This was a husband orchestrating a defensive perimeter around the mother of his children.
Recalibrate his public role. He has returned to royal engagements, but on a carefully managed schedule. His appearances have been notable for their tone. There is a softened gravitas, a warmth touched by vulnerability. He speaks more openly about the importance of family, and in visits to youth centers and community projects, his empathy seems more profoundly rooted. The public is not seeing a man pretending nothing is wrong. They are seeing a man carrying a weight, which makes his dedication to service more resonant. He is embodying the very human face of the modern monarchy he is destined to lead. 4. The institutional leader. Within the royal framework, William is now the senior operational principal for the Prince and Princess of Wales's public work. He must make decisions about postponed tours, oversee his and Catherine's charitable foundations, and maintain the momentum of their key projects, particularly the Royal Foundation and Earthshot. He is doing so while signaling that Catherine's work remains vital, holding a place for her return. This requires strategic foresight and a steady hand, ensuring their shared vision for a more proactive, impactful monarchy endures through this interim period. The echoes of history and the deliberate divergence. The shadow of Princess Diana's experience with illness and media intrusion is inescapable. Her 1995 BBC interview, where she spoke of feeling isolated and hunted within the institution, is a stark contrast to the controlled, unified front William and Catherine have presented. William learned from that trauma. The current approach, a single, clear, honest announcement, followed by a firm boundary for privacy, is a direct application of those hard-learned lessons. Furthermore, King Charles III's own candidness about his enlarged prostate and later Catherine's cancer diagnosis marks a significant shift in royal communications about health. The never complain, never explain ethos is being judiciously replaced with strategically explain to prevent malicious complaint. This transparency, on their own terms, is a powerful tool for managing public perception and quelling gossip. William is at the forefront of this change, understanding that in the digital age, a measured dose of truth is the most effective defense. The public and the private, a recalibrated sympathy. The public reaction to Catherine's diagnosis has revealed a fascinating evolution in the relationship between the monarchy and the people. There has been an outpouring of support that transcends traditional royalism. It speaks to the capital the couple has built through their years of relatable stability. People see in them a reflection of their own familial priorities, a partnership, young children, the terrifying universality of a cancer diagnosis. William, by standing strong yet visibly human, has become a conduit for this sympathy. His strength is not portrayed as stoic indifference, but as loving fortitude. This has fostered a protective instinct in the public. The frenzied speculation that preceded the announcement has largely been replaced by a collective respect for their privacy. It is a tacit societal agreement. We will give you the space you have asked for. A test of patience and presence. The path forward is one of deliberate patience. Catherine's recovery will be measured in months, not weeks. William's role will be to maintain this delicate equilibrium for an extended period. This will involve sustaining the shield, vigilantly guarding their private life, especially at their home in Windsor, from any intrusion. Managing the royal calendar, balancing his necessary public duties with an unquestioned priority for family time, potentially leading to a more localized, UK-focused schedule. Preparing the children for the public eye,
As George, in particular, grows older, he may begin to take on minor, symbolic public duties with his father. William will have to guide him through this while ensuring his childhood is preserved. Navigating his own well-being. William's greatest challenge may be ensuring he himself has the support he needs. As the anchor for everyone else, he must find his own outlets and confidants to avoid caregiver fatigue. This period is not an intermission in their story. It is a defining chapter. It will test the resilience of their partnership, the durability of their public strategy, and the depth of William's personal resolve. Conclusion: the strength of a modern man and a future king. The phrase "stand strong" is often used glibly. In Prince William's case, it is a precise description of a multifaceted, active stance. He is standing strong not as a statue, unmoved by the tempest, but as a deeply rooted tree, bending with the wind to protect what is beneath his branches, while holding firm to the ground of his duty and his love. This heartbreaking update is in its essence a human story. It is about a family facing a fear that knows no distinction of class or title. What makes it uniquely poignant is the backdrop against which it plays out, the relentless glare of history, duty, and public expectation. Prince William, shaped by the traumas of the past, is now writing a new script, one where the strength of the monarchy is proven not by its imperiousness, but by its humanity, not by its distance, but by the relatable quality of its love and resilience. In standing strong for Catherine, he is also standing strong for the very idea of a monarchy that can be both majestic and merciful, ceremonial and compassionate, an institution that can at its best reflect not just the power of a nation, but the heart of a family. The true update is not one of heartbreak alone, but of profound courage, the quiet, steadfast courage of a man honoring his vows as a husband, his responsibilities as a father, and his destiny as a future king, all within the same unwavering embrace.